So, Greg, it's been like a week now since Nintendo's big debut, if you wish. You know,
Yeah.
uh, the NX slash Switch. I think the NX is a better name myself, but
Sure.
um, I told you I wanted to wait a week before making a video on this because it just you knew there would be so much other news to come out and more rumors.
Hmm.
Um, However, some of those rumors have been debunked or confirmed by Nintendo themselves. So,
Right.
uh, like for instance, Nvidia saying that it was, custom Tegra technology,
Yes.
which
That's
we did kind of have a feeling there. However, I was thinking more lines, was it the Tegra X2, whatever the
yeah.
new one that will be coming out. That's what I was thinking, but it's kind of looking like it may not be that way.
Right. And I think that's okay. To be honest, I think if it's the X1, I think what's gonna happen is people at first are gonna be like bitching and moaning that oh it's an underpowered console yet again and all this. But I think what's gonna happen ultimately is we're gonna start to actually see what that chip can actually do. Because a lot of people look to that Shield console as a reference for like how powerful it is. But that's like probably the shittiest possible way to
Yeah,
judge that.
that's a
Like,
bunch of Android games.
yeah, sure, it ran Crisis 3, and it did so better than the 360, which is notable. But the thing is like, when it's a bunch of mobile games, you're not going to see it flex its muscle. Like,
No.
there's no doubt about it. That thing is way more powerful than we have any idea about.
Now,
Like,
I personally think that it's actually more like a Tegra X 1.2
yeah.
or 1.5, whatever.
Hmm.
Um, I think the CPUs themselves are probably going to be the exact same, clocked higher when in the dock.
Doc.
But I think that they're going to use Pascal, the Pascal GeForce architecture, just because number one, and this is the big one, battery life. The thing is far more efficient with
It is.
power, and Nintendo's always been about battery life.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember playing the Game Boy Advance, and you'd put your Duracell batteries in there, and you wouldn't change them for months.
Yeah. Um, well, it is worth pointing out that according to Nvidia's own website, the Tegra X1 has on their website it says a multi-core processor on that one die, and on their during their press conference when they first unveiled it, they said it was 8 cores for the CPU side of it,
Yeah.
and 256 Maxwell cores for the graphics. Now, Maxwell for the viewers is the same generation that powers the 900 series of GeForce. So, like the GeForce 980, for example, which is
Which
still a
that
beast of a
is,
card.
I mean, I don't. It's not going to be
It's
as
not going to be
powerful as a 980,
no, no.
but the
Even if it's a
technology it
950,
supports, the technology it supports is right in line with what Sony and Microsoft
yeah,
have.
yeah, even a
So,
950 level would be more than comparable
yeah,
to
and
what the Xbox and PlayStation have.
for which we'll get in the resolution, in a bit. Actually, that if it's on par with a 950 or 960,
Mm-hmm.
the Eurogamer saying that the screen's going to be 720p,
Right.
which I kind of believe that. I mean,
And
that's
that's
one
fine though
way.
too, right?
Yeah, and for one, there's 2 points here with that. One, it cuts costs.
Mm-hmm.
And two, look at the screen on the Wii U's gamepad. The resolution on that thing is awful if you look at numbers. But
If
when
you
you
look at
actually
numbers,
look at the damn thing, it
right?
looks gorgeous. And the
It,
same things with the 3DS. I don't know how they make shit numbers look fantastic.
I know, I know, and like the Wii U gamepad, like from the moment I laid my eyes on that thing, the games look fantastic.
Yeah, like
I could swear it's HD, but I know it's not. Like by the
it's
numbers, it's not.
crazy. It's crazy.
It's just very well done.
Optimized. And
Yes.
that's the thing. Nintendo knows what they're doing when it comes to the screen optimizations. So I have I have no fear. The 720p is going to look great. I no doubt in my mind.
Yep.
Um, which then also, which would help it look great, is the fact that you have all these major developers and game engines such as Unreal Engine 4
Right.
that are supporting the system.
Yeah.
And to me, this is actually even better. Like, we're going to use Unreal Engine 4 as an example. There's so many new technologies that engine supports that, oh my God, it's just so incredible.
I know.
Like the physically based rendering.
Yep.
If you look up Megascans on YouTube, I'll provide a link down below. Um, the graphics that Unreal Engine 4 is able to produce using these, basically what they are is physical scans of real world objects, and they create the shaders and everything. I mean, it's an online database of models and various things. I mean, it's so realistic you're gonna be
Yeah.
shocked.
Yeah.
Well, the Nintendo Switch will be able to utilize that technology.
Assuming it has like the power,
Well, it'll have the
which it,
power. I mean,
which it
especially
should. Yeah.
if it's running, even if it's on par with the 950, it's not pushing 1080p. It's pushing 720p.
Hmm.
So it's easily got the power to do that.
Yeah.
Now, it does kind of bring up a question, though, of it's more than likely going to be 1080p gaming when it's hooked up to your TV.
Hmm.
My guess is 1080p 60. However, when it's in the dock, it's going to ramp up those clocks. I haven't read anything
Yeah.
on that, but I'm guaranteeing you that when you plug it in there, they're just going to, I'm not going to say it'll double the speed, but it
Hmm.
might be pretty damn close. And there's probably a fan unit in there that'll turn on when you put it in that dock.
Yeah. You can kind of see that judging by the bulk of the dock itself.
Yeah, that, and
Um.
if you look on the top of the switch, there's a really large vent, which my MacBook Pro doesn't even have vents like that.
Yeah. It's also worth noting too that Eurogamer said that it's a 6.2-inch screen and multi-touch. So that size is about the same as the Wii U gamepads, maybe a little bit bigger. But multi-touch, that's a huge jump for Nintendo.
Yeah, that's some good technology, but I'm wondering though, are we looking at an OLED display? These are some of the questions that we
Yes.
have. So
That's one of the big mysteries right now. But, we'll have to wait and see.
yeah.